Boop, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What the fuck? Why do I only have the weird shit on my fucking whatever? Excuse me. Goodness. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Hello there, everyone. They're all like two people. It's a little early, but damn. Hello there, everyone. So you crazy people decided that for today we should read Diary of a Wimpy Kid fan fictions. So the thumbnail is amazing. I know what you're talking about. This is the most incredible thumbnail I could have possibly put together. But yeah, you only have yourselves to blame. 60% of you. 60% of 2,000 people. So now we have this beautiful Reddit page up. And we're going to be suffering, I suppose. No, I'm not checking Discord. If that's you, I don't want to. I'm joking. What? What did you see? Oh, that? It's just a pronunciation guide. You need to pronounce things too. Oh my goodness. Okay. Maybe my YouTube recommended needs to be updated. What the? Okay, whatever. I guess we. Why? Whatever. I suppose. Ah, I guess I do. I also have Galgale bookmarked, the Violence Fiend, but it's not like y'all are getting on my ass about that. It was probably because I was doing research for the Makima Did Everything Wrong video, which is still my favorite, like the best video I've ever done. Let's see, where is it? Here we are. This is still the best video I've probably ever done. How do you join the Discord? I'll just post it in chat right now. Invite people. Do 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 do. Do you think I get in trouble if I fucking don't recommend? Don't recommend. There we are. Not bad, like you're probably thinking. Bad as in I want to kill her. Okay, there we are. only do super have feats, they have multipliers too. They upscale everything GD says while having the feats to showing this. Wrong. Incorrect. False. Wrong. Incorrect. Like, I know super has multipliers as well. How do you spell abridged? That'll probably help you. Yeah, there's this one fan fiction called It's Diary of a Wimpy Kid Abridged. It's basically just the first book, but with swear words. It's going to be hilarious. Stream is not lagging. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything I do is for a reason. Just so everyone's on like the same page, or not the same page, but just so everyone's like satisfied. We'll also do some power scaling in this one, just for a nice mix. Also because I really don't want to read these, like, not even close. Oh, actually, once again, if you haven't seen Makima Did Everything Wrong, I highly actually we'll just.
Which means woof or yes are all you say. Things like no don't come out of my dogs.
It should have been me, not him.
So I'm sitting there minding my own business, right? And then I look on my recommended page and look at this goofy ass shit. Makima did nothing wrong. Damn, that's insane.
I wonder how well the video is doing now. This was when I didn't have like any microphone, so I just like recorded with my voice. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think anyone in this comment section acknowledged me personally. I'd honestly be surprised. This video terrible. Okay, let's not go too far. This video isn't like terrible. I just hate it. Someone made an early Z Fighters versus Viltrumites video. I saw that. It was that guy that's like Homelander versus everyone, right? Z Fighters versus Viltrum.
Could the Saiyan Saga Z fighters take on the Viltrum army? Same scenario as the Saiyans, these are your fighters, Goku is 4 hours away.
So I don't know if this guy's I don't know if this guy is aware, but aren't there like 37, 38 of them, like in total? Oh, hello there. This guy says that all of them are like sub-Raditz level. Hold on.
First thing to consider is, with the exception of maybe 2, basically every Viltrum is sub-Raditz level.
Every one of them. Saying Thrag and Conquest are better is generous. Even downplayed versions of Thrag would still throttle Raditz, just because of the speed difference. Y'all are crazy. Like, do you think, like, do you really believe that, like, Goji Chronic Lonks Take stuff, that they're, like, that Viltrumites are, like, fucking, hold on. Let me get some calcs from my boy. That is. I did not know that was there. Where do I think Goku scales? Complex multiversal or sixth dimensional with immeasurable speed. And then you can go up one or down a dimension, depending on what you think. Actually, probably not going to get those calcs for a while, so basically all you need to know is that even like random Viltrumites are at least planet level, bare minimum. No. The planet level feats Viltrumites caused are with help and prep time. Are you talking about the destruction of planet Viltrum? Like, is this what you're talking about? This stupid ass shit ass feat that everyone brings up? This isn't impressive. If anything, this is just a destructive capacity feat, low key. Okay, you got the tech jacket, right? Do 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 do. Hey, look, even the tech jacket's small planet level. What are you all on? Large planet level through a spaceship into the sun. No, I don't care about your shit ass, stupid ass, fucking. Omni Man versus Movie Shadow. Like, Movie Shadow is not winning this. Maybe Super Shadow. Excuse me. Though he's generally fear them, at least like yeah, it has it's made him stronger. Like, I'm not insane or anything. Like,
Yeah, we're not going off Sundisk rules. We're going off actual story shit.
this is not a good feat. Like, didn't Mark bench the moon in season 3? Shit, was it only fucking 400 tons? The moon does not weigh. Moon level plus, okay. There's just one guy that lowballed him to like country level. I was like, my guy, no, that's not how that works. Mark invincible. My favorite Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. I like. Let's see. I like. Large Island. This is a TV show, right? No, this is comics. Okay, damn. Small planet level. Yeah, so this guy is like piss lowballing him below moon level. What are you talking about? Even versus battle has him at small planet level. Movie Shadow actually destroys Omni-Man. He doesn't. Like, whatever. Maybe I need to make a video about invincible scaling.
Meanwhile, 3/4 of these guys should reasonably be plant busting on their own and can handle multiple Raditz level enemies.
All of the Z fighters in the Saiyan saga were planet busters, like definitively. It's very hard to argue otherwise. Where do I scale Omni-Man? I don't scale Omni-Man. I have a guy for that. I have a guy that scales Omni-Man for me. You can get Omni-Man to like star level. Solar system with Rat, but star level is a little more consistent overall. My favorite Diary of a Wimpy Kid book is probably either the 8th one or the 3rd one. Those are both great. They're also both green books, so.
Hell, a properly pissed off Krillin took out 3 at once. The issue here is numbers and speed. Even discounting Nolan, since, Bulma's right there, that's still minimum 8 per fighter. Gohan is a wild card, and Chaozu is Chaozu.
I already made a whole video about why Chaozu's the GOAT. The undisputed GOAT. So, that's my opinion on that.
Even with Solar Flare and Telekinesis, the advantage would still be Viltrum just based off numbers. That is, if it wasn't for the Chad God Piccolo. Dude is twice as strong as Krillin, can paralyze enemies, and is the best strategist on the team. Probably on both teams, since their teamwork sucks shit. Either this man is wiping out 40% of the army alone, or he can just run the timer for Goku. They got it.
Like, I don't think this guy understands the speed difference between these two, right? So, we have Omni-Man, right? And Omni-Man's like above average, but most other Viltrum might scale to his speed, right? Omni-Man speed calc. It's like in the billions at least. Faster than light. What the fuck? He flew to a different galaxy. What the fuck? What am I looking at? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, that is 1, 2... Yeah, that's 3 billion times the speed of light. And most... Most Viltrum might scale to that, especially like Conquest. And then like Goku, even Goku is like 100 times the speed of light, a couple hundred at most, maybe like 1,000 if you want to wank it. Well, yeah, that's. I mean, he's not just that. He's my boy, but like he's my Omni-Man guy. Yeah, fucking. There's one calc that got Omni-Man to like fucking. There was like 36 zeros. Like,
Well, folks,
even if they are like infinitesimally weaker, they're just never getting hit.
There's gotta be a troll post. It has gotta be. Because if this thing was a table...
Okay, well, like, is it version shown? Because, like, if not, then, like, all of these guys are wrecking all of these guys. Like I highball, like, not highball, but, like, I'm a little generous to Invincible. But, like, let's not pretend these guys don't.
So the Viltrum Empire invades Earth. Can the Z Fighters defeat them?
Again, is it version shown? Because these guys can go Super Saiyan. Like... Yeah, and then it's just brain rot, so... That's that. Okay. Fucking either YouTube must have gone to shit, or like I don't know. Autoplay is playing some weird shit. Okay, yeah, we're not reading that. I don't want to get the stream nuked out of existence. Oh, actually, I do have a workaround for. Nah. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Hey, there's this weird guy that's reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction too. That's crazy. Breaking Point is good. Fuck. But yeah, hold on. Let me back to Reddit. Said no one ever. r/allotted dipper. Oh, actually, I wrote my own Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction. It was called Diary of a Wimpy Kid Red Sun. Okay, well, I wrote a couple. I wrote a few. There's Diary of a Jujutsu Sorcerer, pages 1 and 2. I never really did anything with it. Because I remember there's a rule where you need 50 upvotes to continue a series. And I only got 32, clearly, so. If anyone has read it and wants me to return, I don't know. Maybe do something. But yeah, here is Diary of a Wimpy Kid Red Sun. Actually, I could just click on the Red Sun flare, and we have where everything's available to us. Why not Wattpad? Can you give me a feat that scales Goku to 6D? Okay, so Goku and Beerus punching was going to destroy the macrocosm, which scales to 5th dimensional. And then you have, in the anime, Goku transcends Beerus, so that makes him 6th dimensional. This is stated in the episode and in promotional material. And then in the manga, Goku scales above Broly, who broke apart dimensions and entered a super dimensional area, or a 6th dimensional area. So yeah, both manga Goku and anime Goku are 6th dimensional. Yes, I made this one. This was my Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction. Here we are. Diary of a Wimpy Kid Red Sun, Chapter 1. This is peak fiction. 351 episodes. This one was really popular for a while, and then, well, obviously, r/loaded diaper has had better days. No. No, it wouldn't. The World of Void is not 70. It doesn't upscale. That's an assumption, and you can't prove that. There's no evidence suggesting it's any sort of higher realm or dimension. Like, the highest you can get the Dragon Ball cosmology in canon is, like, 6th dimensional. And then there's, like, you jump straight to outer. Like, there's no in between. Have you seen the Saitama scaling on the Discord? Someone got him to 5D. No, they didn't. They're wrong, and if anyone let them get to 5D, they clearly didn't ask enough questions. So Saitama's not 5D. He has no feats that get him anywhere near that level. The highest you can get him is Universal Plus, and that is with debatable methods or just straight up retconned material? Destroying spatial barriers is at least universal plus. Is it? Prove that. Manipulating space-time? Prove it. Subspatial porters, to do that you need higher dimensional scaling because laws of physics? Prove that. Multiversal? Nope, prove it. Bubble-like dimension, even if that is impossible. This is all retconned. Unless it was redrawn again. All of that was retconned. So I don't care. Full dimensions like bubbles. Yeah, nope. Yeah, no. This scaling isn't valid. There's too many assumptions made. Even Raccoon was manipulating space-time in the Namek saga. There's a guidebook that states that. So unless Raccoon is also universal plus, then like you're gonna need to go back to the drawing board. Sorry. Even webcomic Saitama, like, does he have any feats? Like, no one ever talks about him. What's wrong with being gay? I'm gay. I love men. What's your favorite anime? Death Note. Or, actually, it's Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy D-Dop. Cowboy Bebop. The work of fiction that will become a genre in and of itself is named Cowboy Bebop. This is actually so peak. And then Netflix fucked it. They shat all over it for no reason. But whatever. One Punch Man, even in the webcomic, isn't like a gag manga. Like, if you actually read it. My shoes. Like, it's a little silly, but that's mainly because of the drawings, if anything else. Yeah. What do you mean the internet did not see it the same way? The internet either always agrees with me because I'm right, or disagrees with me because they're wrong. So it's either one or the other, and it's never in between. Ooh. Oh, that one looks interesting. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we'll read like one page of Red Sun. When I woke up today, I could tell something was off. First, I'd usually hear Rod. Yeah, okay, we're not reading that. This was back when I thought swearing was really cool. Or not even. I treated this decently seriously at first, actually. And then later down the line, especially like with the Chirag stuff, it was kind of tasteless and just a lot of swearing and like cannibalism. Yeah, and cars. Like, it was okay. It wasn't great. It was alright. And then the Chronicles of Roderick. This one did good. That one did really good. But what is... We're kind of doing Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfics, but like, I don't want to read them. The Secret. Yeah, okay. I think I'll read. We'll try The Secret. All is here, all is here, all the good is all here. All is here, Black hole sun. I'm gonna get fucking annihilated by copyright. The Secret. You have reading on the title. What if you canned it? I don't know. Very nice. Don't care. L plus ratio. Just sort it by new. Yeah, and then scroll down to the bottom. There we are. Okay. Wednesday, question mark. I have to be honest here. I don't know what's going on. I don't remember a thing, but I do know something happened. Everything feels off. Something is wrong. I woke up really suddenly, curled up nearly naked. Okay. On my bed. Something was off. Then I heard him breathing nearby. Manny. Looking at me like he expected me to know something, or at least be aware of that something. Call me crazy, but that look in my brother's eyes was knowing. He knew something I didn't, but he didn't say a word. All he did was point at the jacket in my closet, turn around, and leave. Okay, shit, this isn't bad. I'm having fun with this. I am not going on Archived of Our Own. Absolutely not. But actually, the MUI multiplier, the only information for MUI we've ever gotten in terms of power increase is that it's really big. But according to... let's see... Nah, this is fucking... There's a statement from the Crunchyroll website. Crunchyroll MUI multiplier. Yeah, here it is. But yeah, there's like a weird statement from the Crunchyroll website that states that each level of Ultra Instinct is like 2 to 3 times stronger. Yeah, this motherfucker again. UI sign is 2 to 3 times stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and MUI, according to the official Crunchyroll Dragon Ball Transformation quiz. So, yeah. That's the only information we have on it, though. So take it or leave it. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. No, you're fine. Don't listen to me. I'm just being... Still, possibly Wednesday. Manny hasn't spoken a word for a long time. Mom was really worried about him not communicating, blamed the TV. Dad just called it autism and left it at that, but he had no other symptoms. Lying? I'm not lying. I'm not lying. No, look, okay. Crunchyroll, Dragon Ball, transformation quiz. I'm not crazy. Look. There's the thing for Super Saiyan 4. Oh, that's where that fucking Super Saiyan 4 that shit ass. Okay, here it is. So this is what Crunchyroll has to say about the Ultra Instinct transformation. Oh, here it is. Luckily for you, all the power from your previous transformations is able to double or triple your Ultra Instinct power. That is, if you can keep your emotions in check as you fight beings higher than gods. This is Crunchyroll saying this, okay? This isn't canon or official. You don't need to take this into account. And then, yeah, that's also where this weird Super Saiyan 4 scan comes from. It's only crazy because y'all are accusing me of lying, dog. Whatever. Y'all are... Yeah, see? Like, I proved you wrong within, like, whatever. I'm starting to lose my mind. I need to relax. It was nice for a while, but even I ended up getting worried. It wasn't just talking. He stopped any communication whatsoever. No gestures, no sounds, barely any looks. So when he did something like point at my old jacket, I figured it had to have been important. Okay, this is actually interesting. I'm unremarkabling it. I'm unremarkabling it so those are crazy memes. I didn't. Hello, Bubby. Hello. Welcome home. That's actually pretty good for someone who's only 3. I didn't know Manny could write. At first, I thought this was a good thing, but then I thought about it. 1, I had never left home. I've been sick with the flu all week. And 2, when I went to go show Mom that Manny had started communicating again, this paper is blank, Gregory. That's not funny. That's actually not a speech bubble from the actual books. I have it committed to memory, like a bunch of other not very important things. I don't use Crunchyroll at all. I'm a 7Cs kind of guy. My best friend is a on screen, if you know what I mean. You know. I'm not going crazy, am I? It can't be. I tapped the note. I taped the note in the corner. I can't stop reading it. It's only 5 words, but they feel foreboding. Yeah, it's from JoJo's. That thing. Uh, let's see. In a world that's gone. Okay, we might read this one next. Because I don't want to read the ones that I'm familiar with. It's still Wednesday. Right now, it's 1:02 a.m. I have decided to wait out today. Nothing felt right. I can't find Dad. Roderick isn't home. It's just me, Mom, and Manny. I waited eagerly for the day to tick over to Thursday. But at 12 a.m., the clock just flashed and the calendar stayed on Wednesday. What the hell is going on? When I went back to my room after a brief existential crisis, there he was, perched on my bed, waiting for me. Oh shit, already? Wednesday, still. I woke up again. I don't remember what happened after I saw Manny on my bed. I just know he said something. I felt woozy, and then I blacked out. I feel like I have more concerning issues, though. I guess I'm not going into the kitchen anytime soon. I don't think it matters. It's been hours, and I don't feel hungry at all. I accidentally got some of that oil Mom was leaking on my diary, though. Hope it's just oil. Yep, still Wednesday. It's been maybe 72 hours at this point. I'm just guessing in a wild ballpark, based on how many times I've seen the clock flash at 12 a.m. so far. We've had dinner 4 times already. Play-Doh and orange juice. Manny seemed pretty normal considering the circumstances. Mom hasn't spoken a word yet, though. Everything is painfully normal, like we're just playing house. I don't mind it. It feels nice being able to sit with them and nobody's making awkward conversation or fighting. If only Dad and Roderick were here. Shit, this might be good actually, like unironically. I'm not gay, Greg. No, I'm not dead. No, the stream is still good. Thankfully, OBS is being rather nice to me today. Wednesday. This place isn't real. No way it is. It's some amalgamation created by Manny. I'm not really sure, though, but it's the only rational explanation I can come up with. Dad and Roderick still haven't shown up. Maybe Manny doesn't want them here. I can see him not wanting Dad here. I mean, Dad has been awful to him ever since he stopped talking. Roderick was too. But why me? I wasn't too nice to him. I wasn't too nice to him for a while either. What is that? What is that? Fruit. Thursday? Nope. Still Wednesday. Yeah, I'm alive. Diary of a Wimpy Kid 25 years later. That's a great fan fiction. Like, unironically, that's actually like an incredible story. However, I already know what happens in it. I'm trying to avoid fan fictions I already know what happens in it. Like Breaking Point. Another great one, written by one of the like OGs. John Was Never. He's actually like one of the best Diary of a Wimpy Kid fan fiction authors. And I know that's like a weird ranking to have, but legitimately, it is true. There was a Diary of a Wimpy Kid 4 parody film where Greg was Asian. So no, I was not sent to the ninth dimension. This truly was unremarkable. Twitter or Reddit, I mean, Both are ass. Probably Twitter, though, just because... Actually, no, Reddit. Fuck Twitter. Twitter's fucking rancid. This can't be good for me, but... Oh, actually, if you want, we have more Lonks Takes videos to watch after we do some Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction. Would you believe it? I still don't agree with this guy's power scaling. Thursday. Nope, still Wednesday. I really was a bully to Manny. Dad encouraged it. Spilling fruit juice on him was the least of what I did. Dad was the worst of us, though, behind closed doors and all that nonsense. Did I ever feel bad for Manny? Sure, I really did. But that didn't negate what I did to him. So I asked myself again, why am I here? The only one that deserves to be here, in this peaceful little place, is Mom. And the mom here isn't even real. I need to stop writing. Manny looks like he wants to play Legos again. We'll probably have dinner again afterward. Yeah, this one's actually good. This is like a good fanfiction. Wednesday. I was wandering around the house, same as I always do when Manny doesn't want to play. Today, I went into the basement. I finally found Dad and Roderick. They're just like Mom, except they're real. And they're still alive, unfortunately. They fucking reek of the same oil Mom got all over my diary a while ago. Damn. I guess the goat is... I guess Roderick, the goat, is not going to be in this one. The Steve versus Goku video, I like that video. This is a good video because Steve is not beating Goku. But then you got this one. I want to tear into this one so bad. It's gonna be fun. Oh my god. Wednesday. I don't think I was supposed to see Dad and Roderick. Manny seems upset. Manny seems upset. It's been about 15 hours since I saw, and he's acting really weirdly. I think I made him mad. Mom isn't moving anymore, and she started leaking that weird oil again. Manny has been sitting in the living room for a couple hours, and nothing I do makes him respond to me. He just sits there scribbling on some paper. Eventually I gave up, and now I'm in my room. Hold on. This house is starting to smell. It smells sort of fruity. What the? That stuff that was leaking from Mom, it's not oil, it's fruit juice. It's fucking fruit juice. Wednesday. I think I finally figured out why I'm here. The entire house reeks of fruit juice now. I locked myself in my room. Why couldn't it last? I'm sorry, Manny. I swear I am. What do you want from me? I wish I could take it all back. Ah. Bubby. Wednesday. Today I play with my bubby again, and I won game. But they all gotten old. Not fun anymore. I want new toys. Mommy's turn. Sorry, Mommy. Hi, Mommy. This is interesting. Oh, God. Okay. Damn, okay. Thursday, June 3rd. I am not sure. It's barely noon yet, but today is already extremely strange. I woke up in a bed that wasn't mine, in a house that looked exactly like mine. Everything feels strange. Nothing feels right. Manny came to greet me as soon as I woke up. I think he was waiting for me. He was carrying one of Gregory's journals. Seems someone had spilled something all over it, and pointed at something in my closet before leaving. It was an adorable little note that said, "Welcome home, Mommy." Does that mean Manny is communicating again? I hope so. I haven't been able to find Frank, Roderick, or Gregory. This house feels so empty with only Manny in it. I may as well go try to make breakfast in the kitchen. It's odd, but I don't really feel that hungry. Susan. Ooh, that's good. That one was really good. The Truth. Okay, so this one only has 11 parts. It was uploaded 6 years ago, so something tells me that if it doesn't wrap up, it's not gonna get a sequel. What do you think of all the doomers that saying that Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is cooked because of Mario World coming out, or Mario Kart World? Even though everyone praised it when the beta was up, I think they're stupid. Sonic games always sell well, and especially with the Switch 2 being extremely expensive, and Mario Kart World being extremely expensive, and Nintendo just being really tasteless and out of touch. I think at least some people are not going to buy the Switch 2. I know Schaeferless Productions is going to buy it, that fucking cunt. Respectfully. Actually, no, not even respectfully. He criticizes the price of the product, and then he says he's going to buy it anyway. Fucking spineless ass bitch. Whatever. That's the thing that pisses me off about the Switch 2 the most. People criticize the price, but then probably people are going to buy it anyway. But whatever. How much is the Switch 2? Because the $450 wasn't even tariffs. That was just Nintendo being a greedy fuck. And then in Japan, this thing's going to cost like $330. In Japan. Only in Japan, though. Us Americans could go fuck ourselves. You need to pay for a fucking tutorial on how to use the console. Fucking disgusting. Whatever, I suppose. The only real way I can see the Switch 2... The Switch 2 is going to be successful. That's the worst part of it. People are going to buy this console. And then people are going to buy the games. People are going to buy GTA 6, even though that game's like $100 at least. And that's really sad. Nintendo used to make like affordable consoles. How much was the Wii when it came out? $249. And like now that's the equivalent of like $389. Like, yeah, sure, fine. But like the Wii was a goated console. That's the difference. The Wii was revolutionary with its motion controls, like it or not. And then the Switch 2 is just the Switch, but again, and more expensive. And did you see what they had to say? Switch 2, Nintendo, budget gamers. Like they called people that can't afford it like budget gamers or something. Yeah, here it is. It's literally, this is from PC Mag. Can't afford a Switch 2. Nintendo execs suggest you stick with the Switch 1. In an interview with CBC, Nintendo this fucking asshole only does an interview like every once in a blue moon. Recognizes that there are some people that may not be able to afford the Switch 2's price point. That's why we wanted to make the other Switch platforms available so people still have an opportunity to come into our gaming universe, be a part of these characters and in these worlds, and see value, if you will, in whatever rung of the platform they come in. Essentially, it sounds really nice and fancy, but the basic point that he's saying is if you can't afford the Switch 2, you can go fuck yourself. A $450 console for $80 games, and he's just telling us to go fuck ourselves. Power Scale Cuphead? No. Sorry, I don't like Cuphead. I don't like the show. The game's pretty good, but only if you're playing with friends. If you're playing by yourself, it's kind of boring. But yeah. Yeah, that's about that. What's the highest Dragon Ball scaling I agree with? Probably complex multiversal. Maybe high hyperversal. If you do think Goku is stronger than Arale, but even then, it's not very consistent. And then probably the best scale. Yeah, it's probably complex multi. 770. Anything above that is like purposefully misinterpreting or making shit up. How are you getting him to high hyper? Arale. Look, Arale literally. Okay, I can't really. Okay, yeah, but this is how you would do it, basically. You use this little panel from down here, where Arale cuts open the manga panel she's in and rolls it up. But if you look closely, it's hard to tell because fucking they won't let me show you. But if you look closely, there's another. Yeah, I know. That's how you would do it if you wanted to get Goku that high. The clock says that it's Friday, but it seems broken, so I can't be sure. It's really dark. I can barely even see my own hands. I'm pretty sure I'm in my house because everything feels familiar, but I'm not sure why it does. The only thing I'm sure about is my own name, Heffley. I'm pretty sure my name is Heffley. This will sound weird, but I kind of feel like I was just born in a weird way. I know I wasn't, but there's a large gap between now and my last memory that everything feels new. I'm having trouble organizing my thoughts, so I'm glad I found this book. It's a shame it's covered in some sticky, oily stuff, though. Clock still says Friday. I was wandering around and feeling my way through the house, trying to get a handle on my surroundings. It's really cold in here, and there's this faint scent in the air that I can't place. I found a flashlight, so at least I could, so at leash I can see, kind of. I'm not sure I want to keep seeing whatever that was, though. Seeing that, though. It brought up some memories, but they're just fragments, disconnected, and they're barely seconds long. Some of them are good, but the others seriously irk me. Still Friday. I think I remember my dad. At least I recognize him as my dad from this photo I found. It's not super useful considering someone scribbled over everyone's faces in crayon. I think it's pretty clear who's who anyway. I guess, judging by this, the thing in the kitchen was the mother, and I suppose I had two brothers. I can't tell which one is me. My eyes are drawn to the little kid in the middle, though. I can hardly be sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I have more to worry about than who I am. You see, I found the basement. My spine stingles. Goodness, my spine tingles every time I shine the light over to them. They aren't moving, so I guess they're dead. Maybe they've been dead for a long time down here. They were mutilated really badly, strung up from the ceiling, and every last one of them was leaking that oily shit that's on this book. It's awful to look at. One of them caught my eye, though. He was holding a scrap of paper. I haven't been able to build myself up to go get it, though, just yet. Clock still says Friday. I still haven't gotten the paper. Maybe it doesn't say anything important. Maybe it does. I don't care. I can't fucking focus. There are exactly two words that are running through my head. Manny Bubby. Manny Bubby. I don't know what the hell a Manny is. I don't know. I don't know what a Bubby is either. Are they important? Are they that important? Ever since I saw those corpses, I've been feeling some sense of guilt. Shame. Why? I don't know who they are. Fuck, I barely know who I am. I want to go home, and yet I'm right here standing in it. That's a hard line. Well, I finally managed to calm down. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. If I'm not freaking out, then I'm always on the verge of remembering something. Anyway, I managed to grab that paper. Looks like a page from this book. I wish I could take it all back. I wonder what they meant. Strangely, this page feels fairly familiar. Still Friday. For the past couple of Fridays, I've been dealing with some unpleasant memory, namely involving that corpse who I guess was the dad. I feel like I know him. And I'm sure as fuck didn't like me one bit. Every fragment of memory I have involving him is horrific, borderline torture, and my brothers were no better. That fucking picture, I hate that juice. Smelled like shit. It was so damn sticky. I just realized what the house smells like. Is that what's on this book too? What did I do? Friday. I've been sitting here in the basement for a while now, looking at them. I don't know how to feel. I'd say about 90% of my memories are crystal clear now. They just came to mind. They came to mind. Yeah. They came to mind just like that. Roderick. Roderick was horrible. I'm glad he's dead. I'm almost glad he's dead. Greg, well, I really liked him, actually. I knew he just wanted to make Dad accept him, even though I was so young. He was my bubby. And Dad, I didn't regret killing him a bit. The only thing I can't fathom was why I killed Mom. Bloodlust? Was there something else? As far as I know, Mom was the only innocent person in the family. Ooh, shit. Friday. Monday was Dad, Tuesday was Roderick, and Wednesday was Bubby. Thursday was Mom, and it's Friday now. Something happened Sunday. I know it did, but it's blocked. I can't recall it no matter what I do. I need to know. I need disclosure. There's a paper. It's all inky. Actual ink, not juice. Is that Mom's handwriting? Sunday. I was so tired. I was so tired of Frank doing what he does to my son. I wanted it to stop. I'm sorry, Manny. You'll sleep fine under the roses. Oh, God. I swear he's breathing down my neck like he's still here, lingering. Please go to sleep, Manny, sweetie. Oh, God. Oh, this is the last page. Friday still. I guess I blacked out after reading that. I'm not surprised by anything anymore. Wasn't there one good person in the family? Even Bubby had his flaws, and they pretty much outweighed the good. The note, though. Am I dead? I guess I never realized. If that's true, though, then where is this? The house, I mean, where is it? This isn't the real one. I know that much, since none of the doors to the outside work at all. How is it here? How am I here? I don't know if these questions have answers. But I do know I'm going to fucking find them. The world owes me that in return for the shitty short life I got. Oh, shit. That was good. That was actually really good. Like, legitimately. Like, that was a good story. I could see that being, like, an actual, like, film or something. Why do I sound like a drunk guy? I don't know. Fucking... I'm an alcoholic. That's why. Okay, chat. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. That was actually like that was really good. For the next one though, Greg the Furry is good. Unfortunately, I'm not reading that. This would get like nuked all to hell. The zombie apocalypse. Is this? Yeah, I already know this one. Fanfics, because there's a bunch of fan fictions that I see like online. We're not looking at that. Oh my god. Okay. Some of these are fucking wild. Like, oh, that's weird. Oh, 12 watching. Damn. Okay. I guess people aren't digging the fan fictions. Oh well. Should I switch to sellout mode? I'll just reuse that thumbnail actually. Okay. What? No, I'm not. I don't drink. What are you talking about? I'm not 20. Y'all are crazy. You think I actually drink? Fucking Frank's Night Out. I know Frank's Night Out. I know that one. I can't read it. Like, this will get nuked. Uh, if I had to, though, maybe. Oh fuck, Zombieland. Shit. No, but Oh, actually, if I read fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid fan fiction, actually, you know what? Fuck it, Frank. Yeah, here it is. Okay, here we are. Okay, okay, here we are. Here it is. Here it is. Frank's Night Out. Author Frank's Night Out. Okay, pick that. Toothpick in. That's an interesting title. Okay, and then Frank's Night Out. There we are. That's that. Sort by new. Frank at Large. Oh, there was going to be like a sequel. Maybe there was only supposed to be one page. It was like 4 years ago. 2,000 upvotes, though. That's not bad at all. Okay, so this is page 1. April 30th. This has been the worst night of my life. I can't tell anyone what I've done tonight. Not even Manny. Even a 3-year-old knows what I've done is horrific. But I can't keep this to myself. That's why I'm writing in this diary. To keep my sanity. The night started out fine. Me and Robert went out to drink and watch some baseball. But things started getting out of hand after I left to go to the bathroom. I sat down and took a sip of my beer. However, it tasted funny. I didn't think much of it at first, but then I started feeling woozy. Before I knew it, I was out. It's page 3. I woke up in the trunk of a car. I have no idea how I got there or how much time had passed. All I knew is that I was in trouble, and I had to get out of there. I tried banging on the walls and screaming, but no one could hear me. There was no use in trying, so I decided to wait it out. After waiting in the dark for a few minutes, I noticed I was missing my pants. They must have been stolen by the owner of the car. I could only wonder what they want with me, or what they were going to do to me. I also remembered what Susan had said to me earlier. Don't stay out too late. You have to take Greg to school tomorrow. Looks like that's not happening. Kind of. This is kind of about getting roofied, low-key. After around half an hour of driving, the car finally stopped. I overheard some talking from outside, but couldn't make out any words. Suddenly, the door was open. A man tied a bandana around my eyes and led me into a dingy garage. I could tell I was in the bad part of Plainview. I had only been here to buy weed sometimes when Greg is an asshole, or when Manny goes on his rants about Fox News. I'm not gonna lie, I was very scared. I was then led into a room and kicked to the ground. Then my blindfold was taken off. I couldn't believe who was in front of me. It was Robert Jefferson, the man who I'd been drinking with just a few hours ago. The man I had lived next to for 20 years. I had no idea what he would want from me. We've been friends for so long. Until he reminded me, "You fucked my wife, Frank." Shit. I didn't think he'd ever find that out. Yes, me and Linda had an affair. I can't deny that, but it only lasted a few weeks, since neither of us could live with the guilt. But still, I had no idea how Robert could have known until he said, "Manny told me." Anyway, Robert clearly didn't take the news well. He kicked Linda out, and Rowley is now in therapy. You ruined my life, so now I'm going to ruin yours. He had no idea how correct he was there, and I would have never guessed what he meant by it. Knock him out, Benny. I had a short bout of consciousness, but couldn't grasp what was going on. The world was spinning. All I heard was beeping and the muffled sounds of some people talking. I fell asleep again, dipping in and out of consciousness every so often, but still, I couldn't understand what was happening. The last thing I recall was being dragged down the hallway. I woke back up in some kind of janitor's supply closet, with a searing pain in my lower half. It took me some time to be able to grasp the situation. Reaching down, it was gone, reduced to atoms. There was nothing there. I was smooth, so horrifically smooth. My penis was gone. What? I was in shock, to say the least, but I couldn't just lay on the floor and cry about my missing manhood. I had to get out of there. I mustered up the strength I still had to pull myself up and peer through the keyhole. It seemed that the only thing keeping me in was a locked door and that Benny kid guarding it. I knew I had to get crafty. I sold his pants to that yogurt guy. Yeah, so my pants are now in the hands of some yogurt guy, whatever that means. There were more pressing issues at hand. I searched the supply closet for anything that I might be able to use. The closet didn't have much, mostly just cleaning supplies, tools, and for some godforsaken reason, a half-empty bottle of lube. Armed with a mop handle and a bottle of Windex, I was ready to come out of the closet to make my escape. Yes, I tied a cloth around my head to look more badass. The door was locked, so I had to somehow trick Benny into opening it. For some reason, this was the first idea that popped into my head. My cockle is leaky. Why? How many pages are there? Fucking 25 pages of this wild shit. Somehow it worked. Oh god. Okay. Oh god. Okay. Somehow it worked. Benny ran to get some duct tape for my issue. When he opened the door, I attacked. After knocking Benny unconscious with my with my mop, as well as possibly blinding the poor kid, I picked up his shotgun and snuck down the hall. I definitely wasn't in the same place as I had been before. I was knocked unconscious and my dick was detached. Jefferson Country Club, Club of Excellence Award. It didn't take long to find out I was in the basement of Jefferson's Country Club, but why would Robert take me here? Still better written than Resurrection F is wild. I quietly moved towards the end of the hallway, where the staircase is. Right now, I was on a mission to retrieve my stolen schlong, but I had never been down here before. Still, I heard somewhere that a penis can be reattached if it happens within a few hours of amputation, so I continue forward. I figured my manhood had been hidden somewhere close to Robert. It was just a matter of finding his office, but as I reached the stairwell, I looked into the room to the right of me and saw something I did not expect. Robert was running a fully decked out meth lab in the basement of this country club. It was like some shit you'd see in Breaking Bad. No wonder the Jeffersons were so rich. The country club seemed to be a type of money laundering scheme for his drug business. As I stood in awe of the lab, I was frightened by the sound of an alarm overhead. Robert must have found out that I was gone. I had to make a run for it. The castrated man is on the loose. Into the meth lab I went. I ran into the lab. Inside there was a set of stairs leading to a catwalk. I sprinted up the stairs as I heard Robert's guards coming down the hallway. Around the corner was Robert's office. However, as I turned around the bend, the door slowly opened. I looked around. His guards were all over the entrance. Robert trapped me. I was a pawn in his game. Menacingly, he stepped onto the catwalk. Well, well, well. I've been expecting you, Frank Heffley. Why don't you follow me into my office? I had no choice. After being ordered to give my shotgun up, I sat down in front of Robert's desk. Robert took his seat at the other side. Robert began to lecture me about how he planned the revenge out. He had started plotting weeks ago and revealed something shocking. Linda wasn't kicked out of the house. Linda is dead. And I'm going to be the next one to go after he's done torturing me, at least. For now, Robert stated there are two things he wanted me to see. I couldn't believe my ears when he listened to the first course of action. I am going to eat your penis, Frank. What? But Robert, wouldn't that make you gay? It seemed I mentioned the one fatal flaw with his plan. With Robert distracted, I grabbed a desk from his pen. Fuck. It seemed I, with Robert distracted, I grabbed a pen from his desk and lunged at him. I stabbed Robert in the neck with his pen and hid behind his desk. Picking up his pistol, I prepared for a shootout with his guards. Robert was writhing on the floor, with blood spurting out of his neck. I couldn't believe what I had done. I didn't want him to die, but I was too preoccupied to help him. I heard footsteps coming towards the room, followed by a voice I did not expect to hear. I must be going into a castration-induced manic episode, I thought to myself. You've been more vigilant than I expected. I guess I have to take matters into my own hands. Yet, as the door opened, my fears were confirmed. Susan? I was shocked. My wife, the mother of my children, was trying to kill me. I mean, I know what I did was wrong, but I never thought Susan finding out would lead her over the edge as it is. Give me the penis, Frank. The bullet hit my finger, blasting it right off. As I clutched my my hand in pain, Susan ran over and grabbed my severed penis. Susan ran out the door. I knew she was going to do awful with my dick. So I picked up Robert's gun and I pushed myself up. I stumbled out the office to see Susan dangling my penis over a vat of acid. There was only one thing I could do to save my penis. I shot Susan straight in the heart, but it didn't matter. My penis fell straight into the acid. I killed my wife for nothing. Yet, it felt different than I expected. Adrenaline surged through my body. The idea of taking a life was so horrific, so taboo, yet so exciting. It was a pleasure greater than any I had ever experienced. I was filled with an urge for more. I shot Robert's guards without remorse. Every last one. Most of them were teenagers who worked at the country club, so they hesitated to shoot me, making them easy targets. Where are my balls, Betty? Robert ate them. Wrong answer. Everyone was dead. I dragged Susan's body out to the country club and put her in my trunk. It was 4 a. It was 4 a.m. I grabbed a shovel from home and drove to a forest outside of Plainview. I buried Susan. Afterwards, I parked outside the local strip club where I began writing this diary. Since then, some things have happened. I went home and picked up Manny. Roderick and Greg can live on their own, but Manny needs to be dealt with. He is the reason my penis is gone, after all. I threw Manny out the window. Yeet. I needed to get away, so drove onto the highway. And so I drove off out of Plainview. I can't write where I'm going in case anyone reads this, but I'm going to find somewhere where no one can find me. Somewhere I can kill in peace. The end. Well, that was just as wild as usual. Frank at Large is the sequel, but it only got one page. April 30th, 2024. That's dangerously close to today. The castrated killer. That's my new nickname, at least to the public. The media just calls me the Plainview murderer. Pretty boring if you ask me. Although I guess they don't have that much to go off of. All they really know about me is a name, a face, and of course, my lack of a dick. 5 years have gone by. Crazy how time flies. Haven't been caught yet. The closest call was in the beginning. Robert survived his stabbing, at least for a little while. The news says he couldn't talk much, but his last words were, "He dick gone." So that's the extent of their knowledge. I'm a man with no dick, and I'm out to kill. I guess it sums it up pretty well. So that was Frank at Large and Frank's Night Out. Peak fiction, cinema. I have read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Death Note, so that's probably going to be a no, unfortunately. Let's see. There are like whole playlists of these things. Also, Diary of a Wimpy Kid Death Note is like a really
Hello,
long
everybody.
one.
Today I'm going to read.
That's like a really long one. Yeah, 46 minutes. Another guy is like 57 minutes. Like, it's a long one. I'm not unremarkable, comic curators. The Walk Horror LLBs. Have I read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Greg's No Nut November? Yeah. It's okay. It's pretty tasteless, in my opinion, but other than that, like, it's alright. Going insane. Okay. Like, I get the point of this is like it's like weird, it's like crazy, unknown, or like you can do whatever you want with it, but No Nut November just seems especially tasteless, in my opinion. Oh, so basically, Uh, there was so Frank, right, is Greg's dad, and he was out with Robert, who is Rowley's dad, and then he got drugged. So he, yeah, it's like an hour long. Like Diary of a Wicked Death Note's a long one. So uh, he got roofied, and then he got his penis cut off, and that's the basic story. Excuse me. Yeah, Diary of a Wicked Red Sun was my Diary of a Wicked fanfiction. Oh, I'm not insane. I'm not insane. I'm not insane. Okay then. Okay, we'll do a couple more, and then we'll probably start a different stream, low key, just to do some more typical unremarkable things. But it did win the poll, so I wanna read a few at least. This is Diary of a Wicked going insane. Power Scale Carlson. Who is Carlson? Who are these people? September, Monday. God, I'm so tired of everything. Today was the first day of 8th grade, and let me tell you, I was almost going to lose it. The stuff they were teaching didn't make any sense. Greg Heffley, if Noelle has 7 apples and she gives John 21 bananas, how much hair does Ralph have in his ass? Could you repeat that, please? There also seems to be another There also seems to be another major issue, bullies. For some reason, there seems to be a lot more gorillas this year. Don't ask me why they always beat the heck out of defenseless kids like me. I can't catch a break at home, too. First of all, the pig came back. You might be wondering how. Well, he literally just showed up to the door one day. Nothing more, nothing less. To be honest, I can't remember how we got rid of him. Roderick probably Roderick probably got tired and took him far, far away. So yeah, mom and dad just readopted him like nothing happened. I'm not even sure if dad is okay with keeping a literal pig at home again. But knowing mom, she probably brainwashed him into thinking this was a good idea. Mom is also teaching him how to walk like a human. Like a human. How does she think this is a good idea? If that pig ever becomes self-aware of what he's capable of, humanity is doomed. The pig is driving me crazy. I almost wet my pants this morning because he took... Oh, look. Why is he using our bathroom anyway? Can't he just use the yard for whatever he needs to do? Am I the only one that thinks that... am I the only one who thinks of that? I'm tired of complaining to mom, but it was no use. Like always, of course. He's only a pig. Why do I even bother? I really hated today's lesson. Let's start from the beginning. I fell asleep in class, and the only reason I woke up is because the girl pinched me. Luckily, the teacher didn't notice, but only because he was too focused on trying to get Bryce to stop beating up Fregley. What did he even do to him? Patty Farrell was literally praying for the teacher to continue his lesson, but it was useless. Teacher, let's just sympathize bullying and continue the lesson, please. at lunch table, Albert Sandy was talking about how our school forgot to pay the electricity bill or something like that. I'm not an idiot, so I didn't fall for that, but about 20 minutes later, the light went off. How did Albert Sandy know this? I thought he was a kid addicted to yogurt who loves to spread misinformation. The school sent us home, luckily, because I wasn't going to be learning stuff in the dark. I think Rowley might have gotten a little traumatized from today's experience. He's witnessed too many things in a single day. He didn't even say a word when we were walking home. I feel bad for him. But when I got home, I think I would have preferred staying in the dark. So, how do I put this? To make it short, Manny was chasing Roderick all over the house, and for some odd reason, he wasn't wearing his pants. Manny was just about to get Roderick until Mom came in. What is going on here? So Roderick started to explain why Manny was so mad at him. Okay, so I was just chilling in my room like always, Roderick said. Until Fred came in, he continued. I don't know who this Fred is, but I continued listening. And since he doesn't understand our language, I decided to play a little innocent prank on him. Ploopy, what the fuck? However, Fred wasn't happy with that joke and told Manny about it, and he was mad. Wait, why did he tell Manny of all people? Also, I thought he didn't speak our language. I have so many questions. So he started chasing me all over the house until you came. Why was Roderick scared, though? Wasn't he only 3? Anyway, Mom wasn't happy. She grounded Roderick for 2 weeks because he said the P word, which I completely forgot was illegal in my house, and she also wanted Roderick to apologize to Fred. What the fuck? So Roderick went to the pig and apologized to him. Wait. So you're telling me the pig was Fred all along? Mom gave the goddamn pig a name. Also, why was Manny without pants? Twisted Wizard 7 to the Magic Throne. How many chapters? Holy shit. Hold on 1 second. So from what I'm seeing, there's 56 pages of this. Okay, probably not this one. Well, that's really... Okay, we gotta read this one. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Deported. This is incredible. Sunday. I'll get straight to the point. I'm being deported. I was accused of selling heroin, but I have never even sold a drug in my life. But I know who sells heroin. Emmanuel Heffley. Last night, Mom found boxes full of heroin in Manny's room. He blamed me, and Mother believed him, as always. So she called the police, and now I'm being deported to North Korea. At the airport, I stayed in a hotel room for a few hours before the flight. Now I've been on the plane for about 15 hours or so. I need a way to escape. They gave me an airdrop and I was kicked out of the plane. Fortunately, I was attached to the airdrop and I made a safe landing. The problem was that I was in the middle of nowhere. I saw some buildings and people in the distance, but I found out the hard way that they were North Korean soldiers. They left me alive, but I was sent to a concentration camp along with other prisoners. The conditions here are terrible. We didn't even have food today. Monday. Today, several prisoners started a rebellion. The soldiers tried to fight back, but there were so many prisoners they couldn't hold back. As I looked for a safe place to hide, I ran into someone familiar. What is Rowley doing here? Rowley, what are you doing? No time for explanations. Run. Rowley took me to a small plane. How did he get a plane? The plane was built by Alex Aruda, which made sense since last week he created a robot that looked just like Rowley. We managed to escape from there and return home. When my mom saw that I got back safely, she freaked out. You should be in North Korea paying for your crimes. January. It's been a while since I wrote in this thing because I forgot. After I returned from North Korea, I sent all of Manny's videos and audios to the police, and he was arrested. Also, Dad returned after he went to buy the milk. He didn't look great. I'm tired of writing, so the end. 5. Peak cinema. Oh, Keith David? Is that who you're talking about? Keith David's a good voice actor. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I like Keith David a lot. He's a good voice actor. Probably the only... Actually, no, I don't have, like, any issue with him. The roles that he takes up aren't always the best. But they're usually pretty good. The Event. Hold on. What is this? Aw, damn it. Okay, I know this one. Damn. There's mine. Mine got read by like a lot of people actually. 85k views ain't bad at all. Yeah, then Real Human also read my story. 31k views, 28k views, 11k views, 45k views, 31. Yeah. My story was decently popular. Relatively, like back in the day. I want to read an apocalypse story. I can't spell. Apocalypse. That's not how you spell it. Okay. I like the voice of Piccolo, though. I don't want him to change. Like, I like him. All right, let's do top. But yeah, I like the current voice of Piccolo. Oh, it's just a fan edit? Like, yeah. Like, maybe if there was ever, like, a really big budget Dragon Ball movie.
You got a plan, schoolboy?
Can I really fight everyone?
This is war!
I'm sorry, Mr. Piccolo.
Then stand the hell aside. Judge you I'm your executioner. I know a guy just like you. I sent him to oblivion.
Wow, that's pretty raw. That was actually really raw, so, fair enough. Greg in the... Okay, how many pages? Only 4 pages? Damn. Okay, I guess so this will be a short one. It's been 4 weeks since the disease hit Plainview. I'm pretty sure that at this point, I'm the only one left. Surrey Street got hit hard. Like everyone else, I've been watching on the television. Wait, but everyone's dead. Signet closer to my hometown. We all hoped it would miss. It didn't. Not long after it reached us, the town fell apart, and now it's just me. I came out of my basement a few days ago, and now it's starting to get pretty cold outside. I'm running out of supplies fast, but I found my old journal, and I think I'm going to keep track of what is possibly my last few days on Earth. Not that anyone will ever find this journal, but I feel like I owe it to the world to continue this, as I'm probably the last man on Earth. I guess in a way I'm finally the richest man on the planet. It's not really as awesome to imagine when there's no one to tell it to, though. Jeff Kenny in the background. All jokes aside, it's been really hard to keep going. I haven't seen anyone since I left my house. My family is gone. Rowley's was abandoned. And even worse, there's no girls left in Plainview. How depressing is that? It's starting to snow now. I think my best chance at surviving this cold is trying to brave the town and seeing if I can find anything to stay warm. I'll let you know if I find anything. Otherwise, this may be the last entry because I'll probably freeze to death. Day 3. I've decided it's easier to keep track of days since I found this journal, rather than trying to guess the day of the week. Surprisingly, I may live. It was difficult to find my way around in the snowstorm, but you're never going to guess where I am. That's right. Leisure freaking towers. I know this place was one of the first places to fall, but I'm still hoping the laundry room has some warmer clothing. And then... Oh, shit. More pages? Say less. We're in luck. Not only were there still clothes to bundle up in with a laundry room, but I found an old suitcase for anything else I find. It's even stopped snowing. Things are looking up, and I'm finally starting to... What was that? I just heard a scream outside. I'm going to go check it out. I'll let you know what I find as soon as I'm safe. Day 15. Has it really been 12 days since my last entry? Things have been kind of a blur since I last opened this journal. When I left my laundry room, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was Rowley. He was the one I heard scream. He was actually loudly sobbing. I was so happy to not be alone anymore. Rowley and I spent the next few days catching up together, and then deciding we should find a better place to take shelter. And then that's the end of the story. Damn. So Greg did die in the apocalypse, I guess. Damn. I like apocalypse stories for Die of Wimpy. I think these are very flexible characters. So you can put them in like any situation. And it can still make sense. Let's see. We can probably do one more. Yeah, we can do one more. And then I'll end this stream and then just start another stream. fucking 54 episodes of one LLB? What the fuck? Like, how many episodes are there of this shit? Some of these go on forever, man. It's a long one. Fuck, I need to stop clicking the F11 key. Infinite IKEA. Yeah, so was it this guy? I think it was this guy. I'm not insane, I'm not insane, I'm not insane. Damn. Let's see. Are there any other... Damn it, I need to stop fucking... Are there any other interesting ones that catch my eye? Damn. We'll do we'll do Lonk's next stream. I'm just gonna boot up another stream just so that this one, the Diary of a Wimpy Kid one, is separate from it.
At this moment, Sukuna learned of someone more cursed than himself. The disgraced one trembled in fear when he encountered the flaw of the world. For the first time in 1,000 years, he was not the strongest. At this moment, Sukuna...
That's funny. Animated. Damn, that's impressive. La 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 lava, chicken, Steve's lava chicken. Fucking, this shit has me in like a fucking death grip. We just type in like a random term, like a random controversial term, right? We'll just do like oh, the night shift. That's a good one. This fucking. I wonder if there's a Saw one. Diary of a Wimpy Kid Saw. Oh, that's brilliant. This is okay. So this is the first one. Oh fuck. Well that's not great. Okay, no, that wasn't very good. Yeah. Damn. Especially since one of the guys that played in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies was also in the Cell films. Or it's the fucking Saw films, damn. Probably just like random terms. Like, hold on, what if we just did like shit? Yeah, this will probably be the end of this stream. So, thank you everyone for sticking around. I will be streaming shortly after this, though. So, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just, since this is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid stream, I want it to be separate from the power scaling stream. So, I'll be back very shortly. Thank you very much. Actually, nah. You know what? Let's read one more good one. Mandela catalog. I think that's how you spell it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, so apparently it's fucking... Damn. Really thought they would... Hold on. Is there like an... like alternates? There'll be more. Maybe not more Diary of a Wimpy Kid fan fiction. We might do this again, though. Damn. I'm not gay, Rowley. Beautiful. I'm not gay, Greg, but I'm bi. Absolute cinema. Okie dokie then. I'll be back shortly.